computer. Okay, we've started recording, but I don't have orange.
That's fine.
Okay.
So
gray will work good on it since it's.
Well, yeah, gray.
So go get the gray from over there. All right, Laura wants me to do something on her shirt so I can show y'all how to do some iron on. Okay, so the first thing I want to show y'all is how to upload from your email that SVG that I showed you. So I'm going to go here, and here's my design. I need to download it to my computer. It's going to save it, and it's probably going to tell me I already have it, but that's what you do. All right, so now I've got to go find where I put it. Pretty sure it went to my pictures, downloads. Where's downloads? Downloads. Amazing Grace. There it is. Nope, this one's not it. I think it's the You and Me. That must have been one I did. It's right there. Oh no, that's it. Okay. I don't know why. Okay, I know why it is. Because she sent it just as Amazing Grace. That's why. Okay, so what we're going to do, I'm sorry if I'm confusing y'all. We're going to go to Cricut Design. We need to, let me get out of this and let me show you. This is your blank canvas. You started a new canvas. So we want to upload that SVG file into this canvas so that we can cut it. So we're going to go to Upload Image. And I know that this is in my downloads. There it is. It's uploaded. I'm going to save it. And then I am going to insert the image with this little insert button to the bottom, okay? Now, all I'm showing you right here is I'm showing you, some people may, remember I don't do the chat, y'all. Some people may, if you have a question, just unmute yourself and ask. Okay, some people may not be ready to create, but we are going to get there because I think I'm going to start working on showing y'all how to be creative, and I want you to learn how to make your own stencils. But sometimes if you're like me, you just don't have time to sit there and try to make your own stencil. But we are going to get there, okay? But because this is beginners, we're doing our first step, so I wanted to show you how to bring in an SVG file and how to cut it and paint your boards, okay? So we brought the SVG file in, and now we need to size it. My board is a 10 by 10. Well, I don't want it to be fully 10 by 10 because it may run over. So I'm going to go up here where it says size. You can size right here if you want, but that just takes too much. I know I want it about at 9 inches, and so that's the size, 9 by 8.262, and that is absolutely perfect, okay? All right, we got that ready. Now look, I tried to do a video for y'all the other day, and for some reason with Zoom hooked up to the Cricut, and my computer wanted to act foolish, so I'm hoping that it'll cut and it won't act crazy over there on the Cricut machine. All right, so if you look to the right, that's your Make It button. First thing we need to do is go ahead and put our vinyl onto our mat. Now, I want to tell you something with your mats, okay? With your mat, the Cricut machine, if you're doing a 12 by 12 mat, which is what this one is, 12 by 12, then you can only go to 11.5 by 11.5 before you have to go to the bigger mat. Even though it says 12, you have to, Cricut wants you to give it some space. So it has to be 11.5 by 11.5. You can't go any bigger than that. Okay. All right, so I've got that ready. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to load it into my Cricut. And Sheila, I see that you're using, are you using contact paper? Is that what you're using? You can nod. Okay. Okay. Some people use contact paper, y'all, and I'll show you kind of, well, I can't really do contact paper. I don't have anything, but you can use contact paper. And I'll show you a project that I did using contact paper.
It's the Cricut vinyl.
It's the Cricut vinyl. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
It just looked like contact paper at first. Some people use it, and it works fine. The thing, and I'm just going to tell y'all real quick, the thing with the vinyl versus contact paper. Contact paper is cheap. It's great. But sometimes it will not stick to the chalk paint. I don't know why, but sometimes I have to sand it a little to get it to stick. It doesn't want to stick to some paints. And so that's why I say just go on with the vinyl and use it, because you may wind up spending more money trying to get the stupid contact paper to work. And I'm telling y'all from experience, because I've done it, okay? But it is definitely, if you're wanting to test it out, it's great to, it is definitely great when you're trying to test out because you're trying to practice. It's good for that. But just know it will not stick to all paints. Sometimes it will, sometimes it won't. And I can't tell you which paint is better than others. I use a lot of chalk paint, and I use a lot of Waverly chalk paint. But I have noticed, like with the black, for some reason, it don't want to stick as well as the gray. And I don't know why, but that's just, I'm just telling you, okay? So there's your little bit of info. Now we're going to go to Make It. By now, your green button. Oh, no. See, I about messed up. Cancel. Let's cancel that because I forgot Dina's, you got to go in here and you got to weld it, okay? I'm sorry, y'all. I forgot that she's got it where you can move things around, which is great. You could go in here and you can move some of this around. Say you don't want this or you don't want this little, all you have to do, and I can't see it because of where this is, all you have to do is click on group. Well, yeah, click on group and you can remove stuff or move stuff around. But we're not going to do that. We're going to say go ahead and weld it. And that puts it all in one piece, and you don't have to do anything else. Okay, so now we're going to make it and see how you look on your screen. It's perfect. That's exactly the way that you want it to come out. So this is what your screen should be looking like right now. It should look just the way that you want to put it on to your board, okay? This is how we're going to make that stencil. All right? I think everybody's good. Let's continue. Now we hit continue. Oh, okay. We're going to be slow. Zoom slows my computer down, so just know that. And it's not just this computer. It does it to my laptop. It just slows me down a little bit. So while it's working on that, I'll take me a sip of drink here. Story of my morning this morning, y'all. It's just been living on a prayer here. Hey, Lord, will you bring me one of Colton's cups of water, please? Yes, ma'am. Thank you. There it goes. It just... I've got mine set to Vinyl Plus, which is on my little thing. And the reason for that, y'all, is I'm cheap. I have a blade somewhere. I got to find where I put it. It's in a drawer somewhere. But I use these blades until I just cannot use them anymore. So this blade's been in here for a while. I bump it up to Vinyl Plus. I know that it's going to give it a little bit more pressure to cut, and I don't have to replace that blade so soon. So that's why mine says Vinyl Plus. Okay, but if you have a brand new blade, you definitely just want to use it at vinyl. So that's just to clarify that for y'all. Now I'm going to hit that C over there. That's how mine is. I'm not sure about the maker, but the other ones should be like that. All right, it's going to tell us what it's cutting. While that's doing that, I'm distressing my board here. And all I'm doing is just lightly using like a dry brush.
Okay, Debbie.
Yes.
This was what I was waiting on you to hear this. I've never distressed anything, but I did do the base coat.
Okay. So then what we need to do is I need to stop sharing the screen so y'all can see what I'm doing. All right. So there we go. And let's go down. Let's zoom in a little bit so y'all make that better too. All right. Can y'all see that okay? Yes. I know. And look, we can even cut this light off over here because y'all, I've got like some powerful lights. That way there you can kind of see the distress. So all I'm doing is I've got a little bit of black here. I'm going to dab it onto this paper towel. Hey, Lori, would you do me another favor? Never mind, I got it. I don't need you. It's better do it on a dry paper towel. And then I'm just dry brushing. That's all that's called right there. Just to give it that distress look. Because I don't want my brush wet. And another thing, I'm using the black, but I also like to use, it's a gray. Mineral. It's not really gray. It's almost a taupe type. I don't know. It's just pretty. It's not like a gray. And that's another color that I like to distress with a lot too. Now the thing with this wood, it's not like my other wood that I use. And so the grains, I mean, it's harder to work with, or it's harder to make it look more. You just keep working with it until you get what you like. Make some spots darker. Because you don't want it all the same. Okay, and then you definitely want to go around your edges here. All I'm doing is just dusting the edges. And you can even take this and kind of make it darker around the edge. The edge will pick up. Hold on. Can't be coming in here. All right. Let's see. Adding this. And you just get it where you like it. The beauty of distressing is it's not supposed to be perfect. And so if you get something a little darker like I did right there, it's okay. All right, and just like that, it shouldn't be wet because we did kind of what's called a dry brush, and so this shouldn't be wet. But we'll give it a minute anyway to let it dry. And I'm so glad some of y'all are getting on here and working with me. I had some people last time, and they may be on here this time, and that's okay. But I was all by myself. They didn't want to be on video. I said, okay, well, I guess I'll work by myself. But that's okay. I know not everybody wants to be on video, and that, I'm totally okay with that. But I'm just glad I've got some in here that are working with me. So this is ready. This is where I'm going to have to cut that light back on, because if you can see, you can see where it's cut, but I'm using a dark vinyl because I run out of the other vinyl, and so I can't really see it. So you need to have some good lighting, okay? And my little lamp, my hot light, is in the living room. So I'll do that and put some glasses on. All right, so here's what we're going to do, y'all. If you're still working, that's okay. But I want to show you real quick how I'm going to make this into a stencil. I think somebody had a question about it yesterday, and I want to make this, I want to show you exactly how to do it. So let me make sure that you are seeing me well. And we're as far up as the Zoom's going to allow. So that's it. That's okay. All right. So, okay, so what I'm doing now, if you were to take and you wanted to use the vinyl, you would pull up from this corner and pull back and have your words. You were going to put this onto something. But we're not. We're painting, so we have to go backwards and do it, okay? So what we do here is we're going to pull our letters up, because that's what makes our stencil. And I don't know if you saw how I did that, but sometimes I have to make that stay. It wants to pull up. This is where I say that you have to be able to have patience to do this, because it's not something that you just fly through. Once you get better at it, you do. It's quicker, but it definitely takes a little learning curve and patience. But the reward is great. So I'm coming up on this R. I need to make sure this, I kind of keep my finger on it. Doesn't pull up. That middle piece. See, that A wants to. So here's my thought about next month, because I'm gonna go ahead and make this a subscription. And if y'all don't want it, you're not tied down to anything. But in subscriptions, you come and go as you please. Okay, so here is my thoughts. I'm thinking about working with Dina and coming up like with, and it's something I've still got to talk to her about. Coming up with a design maybe based on something that she has, showing how you can make something but I don't want to use exactly what she has. Anyway, showing people how to make things on their own, but also giving them the option if they don't want to, they can go and buy Dina's, something that Dina has and do the same thing. Okay, so that's just a thought I'm thinking of. Oops, be careful. All right, so that's done. This is not going to mess up. Now you're going to need some type of transfer tape. I use contact paper. This is what I use for transfer tape. And what I'm going to do, because I don't want to lose this piece, there's nothing wrong with this vinyl right down here. I can use this for polka dots or something. I don't want to lose that. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to cut it. I can use this for something else. You'll find real quick that you will use your scraps. I'm going to cut this too. And I'll use that for something else. You can use any type of contact paper, but here's what I find, okay? Clear is the best because you can see what you're doing. You can see what you're pulling up. So clear is definitely the best. And I have found that Dollar Tree is better than Walmart's. I don't know why, but it is. The vinyl likes it better for some reason. And I don't usually have that issue. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show y'all, like if you were to go, if you wanted to use this, like to put on a cup or something, you would start in the middle like this. This is going to help make it easier. Sometimes I don't do this because I'm in a hurry if I'm on a live, but you see it makes it where it doesn't wrinkle. And what I'm going to do, I should have taken this off already, so I'm going to pull this off of here. I'll flip it to the back, and I'm going to go ahead and rub this over that back. And then I'm going to lift it up. And sometimes it may not want to come up, and you have to help that corner out, and it's okay. Help it out. This is where patience come in. I've got enough now where I can start pulling.
Debbie, also, if they can't find it in their local Dollar Tree, they can order it online from Dollar Tree.
Yes, good job. Thank you. Who was that?
It was Donna.
Thank you, Donna. Yes, you can order it online. And it's worth it. I mean, it is so worth it. This stuff is cheaper than, way cheaper than transfer tape. And it's worth it.
Debbie, is there a secret to weeding? I get a hard time getting each letter started. Once I get it started, of course, it's easy, but it's just, I guess I'm just blind.
No, it's okay. Do you have a good sharp tool?
I do have the Cricut weeder.
See, I quit using that weeder, and let me tell you why. And I don't even know where it went because it just was. Look at this, and look how thin that is. Do you see how thin that is?
Harbor
Yes.
Freight.
Harbor Freight. This is thinner than the Cricut.
It looks like a tool for do your teeth.
But the thing with the tool to do the teeth, it curves a little more, and this doesn't. This came from Harbor Freight, and you see how thin that is. If you were to compare that to your Cricut,
yes,
that
this
may
is very wide.
That may have a lot to do with it. Now, when you first get it, and I'm telling y'all from experience, this is going to feel a little weird because you're used to that fat thing, but this right here helps so much when you're having to go in there because this is tight. So you need.
I have a Harbor Freight 10 minutes from my house. I will have to make a trip.
Yes, this is called a probing tube. It comes 5, I think, in there, 5 or 6. I use this one the most. It goes up a little bit, so it's got that little. It goes up, and then there's another one that I'll use when I lose this one. And apparently, I lost that one. But it goes. Oh, there it is. If I lose this one, or if I can't find it, this one. See, this is the one I like because it goes up, and then this one kind of.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
It's a little difference there, but I'll use this one too. This is just my favorite. And then
I'm afraid I'm gonna mess up my mat. I have dug and dug and dug at this next letter and just can't get it started.
Yeah, you're not gonna mess up your mat. Don't. Your mat's good. Those mats last. I'm telling you. And they say you can wash them, but I don't do that. I just buy another one.
I'm gonna have to get one of them bright light pad things. I think.
Yes, the hot lights. I'll show you what that looks like. And were you on my last class?
Nope.
Okay.
I didn't know you had one.
That's okay. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you exactly what you need to get. And I bought mine from Joann's. But look online, look on Amazon, because you can get it cheaper. Give me just a second, and I will grab it. I should have had that, and I'm sorry.
I got mine on Amazon.
Amazon, okay.
I could not get this eye.
Okay, so lighting makes all the difference in the world. I've taken my lights above my chandeliers here, and I have what are they called? They're not bright white. They're the daylights. And they're those new like LED type bulbs. And I have them in 1, 2, 3, 4, all 5 of my spots in my chandelier. And then I also have lighting is important. You've got to be able to see. There's also a Crayola box. I don't have that because I may do with what I've got. But there's a Crayola, like a box for drawing. And a lot of people have said that works well. And it lights up and you can stick your stencil on top of it. And that helps out too.
You know what?
What?
I think my Lily has one of those. I might just pull it out.
Yes, get it because that now my light's messy, but this is in my craft room. And then there's also this art light. It's just a little small circle art light. I don't remember model numbers or anything like that, but it moves. So it's not plugged in right now. I guess I could do that for y'all so you could see what it does.
That art light is amazing.
It is. This is what saved me, and this is why I never had to mess with the Crayola box. Look at that. You put it over there, And you can move it if you need it to go like this. It's got this handle here. So this handle's what stops it. If you need it to go higher up, you can, or lower down. And then this one's got like a little magnifying thing, but I never ever use it. Somehow you can lift up on it and it's got this, there it is.
That would probably be my favorite part about it.
See, it's got a little magnifying glass if you needed to use it. But I think the reason why is because it's on this side. And I guess I have to bring it over here. I don't know, it's not bad. If you need the magnifying glass, there you go. So that's another good point for this one. And I bought this one Black Friday a few years ago. Actually, my husband did. And I got it for like 20 bucks, I think. They're not very cheap, but yes, they're worth it. And the lights last a long time in there. And you can replace the bulbs, so it's worth the money. I don't know, the price might have come down on them when I first got them. They weren't very cheap though. Okay, so I hope that helps y'all.
Yes,
Lighting,
thank you.
you're welcome. Lighting is very important when you're doing the Cricut. And it may have a lot to do with why so many people just want to give up on it. Whew. I can tell I'm talking a lot. Okay. Now, we've got to decide how I want this. I think I want it to go, my brush strokes are this way, so I think I want it to go that way. Don't tap down too hard. Huh?
I can't hear anything.
I can hear you.
No.
Can you hear now?
No, not on my laptop. I was trying to get it set up, but it's not working.
Oh, okay. Do you have some earphones you can put on? That that might be the problem. If you get earphones, you can put it into your jack and you can hear better.
Okay, I'll have to find some and try that later.
Okay. That helps me out because my speakers aren't the best on my laptop. So
Thanks.
you're welcome. I had to go buy good speakers for my computer because I don't like to have them things on my head while I'm teaching. It gets in the way. That's why. And it just gets in my way. Okay. All right, so I've got it just the way that I want it. Now I want to make sure first. And see, if you don't press hard on it, you can kind of get it where you need it. All right, so now I'm ready. Now watch, I'm going to pull this corner up, but I'm going to keep trying to, this makes it easier. And then I'm going to take this, and I'm going to put it on this corner that's showing. I just kind of press on it to keep it down here where it don't pull up. This is just something that I've learned to do along the way to help me. Sorry, y'all. Somebody's not muted, so I was trying to find them so it does. Please make sure you remute yourselves after you're done. I can't find you right this second. So what happens is if something's trying to pull up, I'll take this and just kind of rub over it. I don't know if you can tell, but now what I'm doing is I'm pulling it back this way. Say this is what to pull up right here. And when you get around these E's and stuff like that, it can be a little more difficult to make it lay down. Just keep working with it. Just be patient. Don't go at it fast because that's what will mess you up. Okay, hey, honey. As you can tell, this takes time, so make sure that you are charging, you know, somebody does not have me on mute. I'm hearing myself. Let me see. Somebody is not on mute. Let's see. Mute all. Yes. Okay. Okay. Because this takes time, and your time is worth money too, okay? So remember that when you're charging somebody for something. All right, so I'm using this ink. It's the Waverly ink. And don't feel bad about it, y'all. I am learning through so many of my business mentors that you've got to quit feeling bad about stuff, about charging people, because you're only hurting yourself. And if you're like me and you have a family, you're hurting them too. So remember that, okay?
So Debbie, what would you charge for the sign?
Well, I spent $5 on this wood. I spent 70 cents on this this vinyl, and I'm gonna say I spent maybe $1 because chalk paint's not cheap. And then you take what, $1 for your tools. We're at 6, 7, 8, 9. So I would charge about anywhere from $15 to $20 for this sign. You triple it.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome. All right, I still have some black on here.
Now, what do you eat? Your hand? That was the movie.
Okay, and then all I'm going to do is just rub it on here. Now, y'all, I have started doing that chalk couture, and so I'm having to remember I'm not using that here. Make sure you rub this down really well, and I didn't do that, so I'm hoping that it, everything's on there great. Got to remember that. Okay. And it doesn't take a lot of this paint. If y'all need somebody don't have me on mute. If y'all need something, make sure you hold on. Somebody don't have me on mute. It makes it echo. Okay, if you need something, just make sure you unmute, okay, to ask a question.
Debbie,
Yes.
when you're adding up your prices for what you would sell it for, do you add? Mine too loud or?
Yeah, it's loud. It's echoing. Go ahead.
Do you add the pattern in with your total
Yes,
amount of
that's
material?
a good point. The thing is with your pattern, I mean, you can't add a whole lot into it because you got to remember you have 100 uses that you can use this. And so I think her price for this is no more than $3 just for the print. And so, I mean, you could add 10 cents in there. You could take 100 and divide it if you want to do all that. But, yeah, I would add a little bit more in there for what you use. Now, if you never think you'll ever use this again, yeah, charge them for the pattern. Because if this is a one-time use and you don't think you'll ever use it again, I'd absolutely charge them for that pattern.
And then how much did you decide that you would sell it for?
Anywhere from 15 to 20 bucks. Now, here's the thing. Wreath makers, you know, if you're a wreath maker like I am, we're looking to keep costs down. So if you're going to sell, you need to think about your audience here. You're going to have people that are going to, that would buy this because they want to hang it on their wall for 15 to 20 bucks. But then you're going to have people like me that's a wreath maker. They're looking to keep their costs down. They wouldn't spend 15, 20 bucks on this because they're looking to keep their costs down. So it depends on the audience you're targeting here. If you're targeting somebody just to hang this on their wall, go 15, 20 bucks. If not, you may need to drop it down a little lower. That's why I do not sell to wreath makers. And I don't mean that ugly. That's why I don't even bother. I'm being honest. That's why I do not bother making signs, because I feel like I would be charging too much. And I know as a wreath maker, I'm trying to keep my price down, and maybe I'm looking at it wrong. I don't know. But I know I'm trying to keep my costs down, and I feel like others are too. And so it's just not worth the headache for me to try to sell signs. That's just me, though. There's a lot of people out there that I see will pay that much for signs, though. So
Debbie,
try, yeah.
I've been selling mine of that size for $15 each.
Really?
Yes.
And people are buying it.
Yes.
And maybe I need to rethink this then, huh?
So even like my cabinet signs I've been doing with the chalk couture,
Uh-huh.
I sell them for $50 and $60 a piece.
Yes, now those are different because, and that's what I'm saying, if you're going to be, it depends on what your audience is. I have a lot of wreath maker audience, so I don't know how well that would do. Maybe I just need to test out the waters. I may open up a whole new thing here, but
Do a few and see.
See, I'm already thinking here like chalk couture. You pull it right up. We need to let this dry a minute. Anyway, if I'm trying to sell my cabinet door signs and stuff, oh, they're more. Like I got a chalkboard down here. It's going to be about 60 bucks when I'm finished with it. So, all right, we got to let this dry a minute. So let's see. Where did I put my phone? I'm
How
wondering.
much did she say she was selling hers for?
Who? Who?
I'm sorry, the last person that said she was selling some.
I think she said these signs were like 15, and then like the cabinet door signs. I've got one somewhere. I'll show y'all. Selling for like 30, I think she said. But those you don't put in a wreath. Here, I'll show y'all one. This is a cabinet door. So you can take, I've got this zoomed all the way in, y'all. Hold on. Take that cabinet door, paint it, distress it, and I did this on a live on my page. Paint it, distress it, add your, now this is chalk couture, this is not one I made, okay? But add your stuff on there and sell it. Put you something on the back, I've still got to do that. I'm going to put a, one of those little things on the back so they can hang it, and it's ready to sell. And I got to get this thing out of here because it's in the way. All right. There's something I wanted to show y'all real quick. I want to see if I can show you on my phone. I may be messing up, but let me see. Because I want to show you how that monogramming app works while this is drying.
Laura, come here. Why you got this one?
He called her though. Sorry, y'all.
Okay, yeah, what do you say?
You're hearing my computer, y'all. There it is. It's not recognized. Why?
Debbie, are you using the Monogram It Pro or just the regular one?
It's the one that was 99 cents. It just says monogram it on mine. So I've had it a long time. Mine
They're
was
both 99 cents.
the monogram. Yeah, it would.
The Monogram It and the Monogram It Pro.
Okay. I have no idea. Just, I don't know.
Okay, no problem.
I'm sorry. Okay, it's wanting to open my, it's not wanting my apps. So I'm gonna just have to show you on my phone because I don't know how Damon did that where he could show y'all his phone, but it's not working. Okay, so here we go. We'll just do it this way. I know enough about technology to make it work, but I'm not a pro. Okay, so all right, I'm gonna need you to do better than this. I gotta look for the app. Okay. This right here is the monogramming app. Okay, we're gonna open that up, maybe. Look, y'all can see. I wish it would do right. Anyway, this is what the app looks like. You can't see it because I have all my lighting on. And it's gonna have a glare with the phone. It just is. It's white background, so it just is.
Debbie,
Yes.
I downloaded some free ones, the monogram, just the monogram ones, and they work pretty good too.
Do they? Well, this is just one I've had. Like I've had it for
Yeah, I
years.
had that one and I deleted it, but now you have to pay for it. But now they've got 2 or 3 monogram, and I've used just the monogram, and I've
Mhm.
used it, and it don't have the real fancy ones unless you buy them, but
Mhm.
it does have some to get by with it.
Okay, and the reason that I spent, and I'm just going to tell y'all, the reason I spent 99 cents on this is because I can go in here. Here in the South, the big thing is your initials monogram. It's just a big thing. And get out of this. Hold on. Back. Okay, so let me find something like that. That's what I mean. This is a big thing here. This right here, I do not have to go in here on the Cricut machine. You have to place it just right. Then you have to weld it or whatever, and it can be a headache. So what I'm going to show you is how to go in here. It does it just like this. Hold on. We want to do Laura. Let me look for Laura's. She's got something here she wants monogrammed. We'll just do it. So let's just go here to this button. Okay, I've got a blank screen here. I'm going to go to my ABCs. Bye, honey. Oh, wow, they've got different ones since I've done it. Got all kinds of them, y'all. They've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different initials now. Geez Louise, which one do I want to use? I'm going to use this one. This is different. All right, so L, M, A. That's her initials. And then I'm going to say okay. I'm going to change my color to red so I can see what it's doing here. All right, save it. Okay, now I've had to learn to get around because on my phone, for whatever reason, it don't want to send emails right sometimes. And so I learned ways to get around things. What I do here is I'm going to export. So I'm going to save it to, I'm going to save the image. Then I go back and I go to my photos, and it should be there. There it is. It's in my photos, along with all my wreaths. I'm going to send this to Messenger. I'm just going to send it to myself on Messenger. Facebook. I use Facebook. Now, you may be able to email it and may not give you fits like it gives me. I don't know why it gives me fits, but it does. But this is just a way that I found around it, and it works. All right, so I've emailed it to myself. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to show y'all how to pull this up, and then we'll go in. So let's pause with that for a minute. We'll finish that in a minute. We're going to go ahead and pull this up because if I let this sit too long, it's permanent vinyl. The longer I let it sit there, the more it's going to stick to the wood, and so I don't want that. Even though it says permanent, it will come up. It's the longer you leave it on there, the longer it sticks. You know, the harder it's going to stick. That's why it's always best to do this and make people wait at least 24 hours before you deliver. Like if you're going to put vinyl on a cup or something. And I can show you how to do that too. I've got some over there.
baby, I got me a heat press yesterday.
Oh, you're gonna love it. From my understanding, I've got to get some type of mat that helps. I have the Easy Press, but I've got to get some type of mat that helps hold that heat in. It does fine, but I think it's just going to be better when I get that mat. And what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to take and I'm going to spray it now that I'm done with it. See how easy that is? To me, it's easy. Some people may not think that, but it is just so easy. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray it with this Crawl-On matte finish because I don't want to shine on this, so I use the matte. I'm not going to do it in here because I'm in my house, but I'll take it outside. I'll spray it a couple times. It'll be sealed and good to go if somebody wants to hang it somewhere where it may get wet or something. It's good to go. So that's that. Now we can move that back over here. And I can show y'all, I will show you how to create your own SVG file. So what we've done is we've went to Monogram It app on my phone and I sent it to Facebook. So let's share the screen so y'all can see what I'm doing from here, okay? Come on. Share screen. All right, here we are. I'm going to go to Facebook. It should automatically have me logged in. I'm going to go up here to my messages. Oh, it's going to show y'all all my messages. Hopefully. Okay. Come on. So y'all see how many messages, how much I get a day, y'all? Look at all this. Oh my goodness. All right. I'm going to myself here. I'll pull up this picture and I'm going to save it to my, now this may be a headache to some of y'all. Y'all may figure out a easier way to do it, and that's great. It's just the way that I do it. I'm going to just name it Ellen.
That's the way I do it.
Okay. It's just, to me, it's just the easiest way to do it. I just saved it. All right, y'all ready? This is how we're going to turn this into an SVG file. The thing with turning it into an SVG file is you do not, let me show you. Let me just show you. Let's say I just upload that picture there into Cricut. I want to show you what a headache it is, okay? Okay, we're done with this. And I'm going to save this because I deleted the other one. And I don't want to lose this. I love this file. I'm going to do a new one. Upload an image. Where? Let's go to pictures. Open. You see, it has all this white in here. So I'm going to say it's complex because it's got a lot of stuff in there. This is why I'm so glad that there's a different way to do it, because this is a pain in the tail. Let me just tell you. Up there. All right. So I marked it as complex because it's pretty complex. I'm going to hit continue. Now look, if I was to go and preview this, that's what it would look like. Well, you've got to get rid of all that white in there, okay? How you do that? You go in here and you just click it. And you got to go into each one of these little things. And if that's real small, it's just not a, it's a lot of work. Well, this don't seem so bad. Okay. So now I need to preview it again. And that really is fine. But I want you to look at this. When you cut, you see how that looks jagged? It's going to cut the exact way that you're looking at it. Okay, so I'm not doing that. This is what I'm going to do. We're going to go into Inkscape. I already have it. It's free. It's free. So this is something I definitely suggest y'all get. Okay. All right, you may want to write this down. You will have a video so you can come back and watch it. What you're going to do is we need to open it. We need to open that page. We're going to insert it into Inkscape. Go ahead and click on it. And then you're going to come up here to path. We're going to trace. All right, this spot's right here. I want to make sure you can see it. Sometimes you may have a bunch of colors in here, but this is real simple. You can definitely use this for images, like for other images, but all I'm doing is showing you how to do it from Monogram It. I'm not going to show y'all anything illegal, okay? So I need to go down here. I only want this. It'll only go down to 2. So we're going to go all the way down. It's colored, so I want it to bring in the color that I'm using. I'm going to take uncheck smooth, maybe. Uncheck the smooth. Uncheck the stack scans. Check remove background. Update. Kind of gives you an idea here. Click OK. All right. Oh, nope, sorry. I need you. I'm done with you. You see how it automatically gives you that box. It's cut all that other white out. I'm going to move this over here. I'm going to take this. Maybe. Oh, come on. Oh, I don't know what it's doing. Zoom must be really slowing it down here. Okay, now it did it. And I'm going to delete that. Move this back over. Save it. I have something that says Cricut in here. Cricut SVG. I'm going to save it. Wasn't that hard? To me, it's not. Now I'm going to come in here. I'm going to upload. Go to my Cricut SVG file. Type it in there. Open it. There it is. I save it. I don't have to do anything else. That's a clean cut. Insert. It's red. It kept my color the way I wanted. Look at that. And now look how clean that looks. So to me, it's easier just to convert it to an SVG file and just save that file, and I've got it forever. So that's what we did. Now I need to measure how big I want to do this. Laura's got this jacket here. Hold on a minute. I think it's usually on this side that you put a writing, right? Isn't it usually on this side? On the right side? That's where it's going to go on this one. Laura. Laura. She must have earphones in.
I think it goes on the left side.
Is it the left side?
Yes.
Yeah, right here. Okay. So it's the left side. So you need to do it on the right side when you're looking at it. Okay, that looks better. See, I get confused and then I don't want to mess up. So it is the left side. So I want this to be about 4 inches wide. So the width, I'm going to go here and just measure it at 4. Let's say I wanted this a little taller. I would unlock and just stretch it if I wanted it to be taller. So I could stretch it, and I like that. That's fine. Okay. So from here, I'm going to say, I'm going to go to make it. Now this is iron-on vinyl. That's what I'm using on this. I'm using a HTV, heat transfer vinyl. All right. You have to mirror this. I don't know if you, I want y'all to be able to see this for just a second. Heat transfer vinyl. This is what the front looks like. Very shiny. And the back is dull. Okay. When you cut, you have to cut from the back side, not the front side. Okay, because this is where you're going to iron. This protects your vinyl. Oh, why is Siri on? It protects your vinyl, and it's for you to iron on. So this is the side that you're going to add to, and I hope I'm not confusing y'all, to your mat. Okay, so shiny side down, back side up. Okay, so I've added that to my mat. Now I want to share my screen again with y'all. This is very important. Make sure you do this using heat transfer. You come over to where this mirror is, turn it on. It's going to flip it backwards. Okay? Now I need to make sure that I have it on iron on. And I'm going to, yeah, okay. I'm going to hit continue. Go ahead and load my mat. And while I'm doing that, while it's taking its precious time to figure out what it wants to do over here, I'm going to heat up my easy press. There it goes. But before I hit start, I want to make sure this is just right. Ooh, I better not mess with that. Let's see. There it goes.
Debbie, did you say there was going to be a video we could go back and watch?
Yes, ma'am. You'll get this video.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, Debbie. I haven't spoken yet. I don't know if you can hear me.
I can.
This is Camby. I have had difficulty getting the Amazing Grace to get down to the size that you used.
Mm-hmm.
Before you went, can you go back over that with me? I couldn't get it to stay like at 9 and 8.6 whatsoever.
Okay.
I don't want to interrupt what you're doing. It's just that I was trying to catch you. I didn't before we end.
Okay, yeah. Before we end, I'll show you that again, okay?
Thank you.
Absolutely. Make sure mirror is turned on. See, it automatically knows that I have this on iron on. And so it's telling me to make sure the mirror is on, and it is. So everything's ready to go. I can press my go. I've got my my easy press heating up over there, but I've got to get some stuff out of my way before I can use it. All right.
Debbie, do you ever put a frame around your monograms? Like a circle or a vine or something?
Okay, let me ask you this. What do you mean by a frame? Are you talking about so that you can use it as a stencil? Is that what you mean?
No, I'm talking about when you put it like on a cup or something and you have a circle around it.
Okay, so I know what you're talking about. So you have a circle around it. Yes, I've done that before, and actually Monogram It has it where they have the circle fonts.
Oh, okay.
And it would do it for you. But yeah, I can show you that real quick. Actually, while we've got it pulled up, it's finished. So I know what you're talking about. Okay, so say that you wanted it to be a circle. Is that what you're asking me?
Yes.
All right, so we're going to take that circle. We're going to bring it in here. And you want this font in the middle of this circle, right?
Right.
So we're going to take this font. We need to tell it to move it forward. So we're going to move to the front. That way there I can measure it up exactly where I want it on this circle. Maybe I want that circle a little bigger. I don't know. I mean, smaller. Okay, so now I'm going to try to get this. Now I'm an eyeball person. I'm not going to make it exact. That's just how I am. I may make this circle a little smaller. You can do a heart. I mean, you can do all kinds of shapes. Just get your basic shapes from over here. So now you're going to go up to where it says select all, because what she's saying is she wants this to be inside of this circle, right? So you want it, you're not wanting to stack vinyl, are you? You're just wanting it a circle and put it on there, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Because you could take and you could have it cut just this circle out. Say you want the circle white and you want the inside of it yellow. Or I'm going to go with crimson and white. Ha! So say that you want that circle to be white and you want your writing to be red. You know, you could cut this separately, but say you don't want that and you just want it to be just the circle cut out. You just want it in a circle. You're going to hit select all, come down here to where it says slice it. All right. Now you're going to come over here. I'm going to hide that because I don't want to delete that. I'm going to hide it, and that way there it won't print. Then I'm going to come over to this one where it's gray. I'm going to delete it, and there you go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's easy to do, but I'm glad you brought that up. See, that was something that I could have showed y'all I didn't even think about. So that was a good, did that help you?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. And what's great about this, let's say you don't want it exactly a circle. See, look, you can make it, all you got to do is hit that unlock key.
Mm-hmm.
And you can make it whatever shape you want.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
You're welcome. That was a good question. All right, so what was I going to say to y'all? We did that. I don't know. Let's stop the share. so y'all can see what's going on here. And let's go down. Not look at me. Okay, I'm going to use my light because the one thing about this vinyl is you think HTV is hard to see. And let me just give you another pointer. If you get glitter, it's even worse. It's just hard to see. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this. Exactly where I want it to. I don't want to waste any of this at all. Add it back to this because that sticky helps hold it down, okay? So before, and I hope y'all can see this, but I've got to be able to see what I'm doing. So hopefully it's not too bright. I'm sorry if it is, y'all. Before what I did, because we were doing a, I'll spit it out. Because we were doing a stencil, we just took out our letters. But now we want the letters to go on to the shirt. So I'm going to come up to this edge, poke it in here, and pull. Just start pulling. Be careful because you don't want to pull the wrong stuff out. Now this is not sticky at all. Now I've got to come in here and pull all, I've got to weed all this out. And y'all, there are some patterns that, whew, you really got to have patience with the weeding. And see, I can see my cuts well, so I can sit and come in here and just go exactly to where I need to pull. Pretty. All right. So this is what it looks like from the front. Okay. Now I need to move everything over, and I'm going to move y'all down where you can see. You can use an iron, and I've used an iron. This is why I don't, that's why I didn't do t-shirts, because I didn't like it. This isn't my favorite right here. I'd rather make signs. But you can use an iron. Just know you'll practically stand on your head to get it to do you've got to make sure there's enough pressure if you use an iron for your vinyl to stick right. I gotta move this big old bone maker down. All right, so now I want to show y'all this. Okay, I'm not going to move that camera over there, but you can kind of see what I'm doing. I have already heated up the Cricut press. And now I'm going to come over here and I'm laying this exactly where I want it, over here on my sweatshirt. Okay, this is the second time Learn to win by Easy Press. I'm so excited. Okay. Now it's heated up. That's all I did was heat it up. It beeped to let me know. I've got it set for 30 seconds. And now I'm going to press the C, and it's going to count it down for me. And I don't have to put a whole lot of pressure on it.
Debbie, I'm going to make me some of those heat pads out of Teflon sheets.
I'm going to get me some Teflon sheets. I just hadn't done it yet, y'all. But yes, you can. I'm actually going to use one of those ironing pads that you just put over your, you know, like over your washer and dryer. That's what I'm going to do. And I need to get a Teflon sheet because this, like, it kind of change. It'll go back to its normal color when I wash it, but it like changed the color. And so I definitely need to get something to protect that. But can you see where the square went over it? It's okay. Once I washed it, it's going to be fine, but it's on there. That was so much easier than, matter of fact, I'm ordering Teflon just as soon as we get done with this class. It's so much easier than having to use an iron. But I'm done with this. I want to cut it off. Okay, so that was something else I wanted to show y'all. We did that. Now I want to show you one more thing, and I think we will call it done. I want to show you how to do, like at Christmas time, you can take, oops, sorry, y'all are still looking down there. Sorry. You can take these cups, like coffee mugs and stuff. Now this one right here is one that it broke. So I use it, I'm going to start using it just to show y'all, just for teaching purposes. I figured it'd be fine for that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to go in here and add vinyl onto it. See, it makes great teacher gifts. I'm going to just use Laura's LMA, and since she's a Mississippi State fan, she would love this red and blue Ole Miss colors. And we're just going to use this blue. I'm just going to use what I got out already. And I know that I'm looking at it. It can't be no more than 3 inches high. So, let's see. Share my screen again. Actually, let's use what we just made here. Might as well use it. We made it, right? Oh, let's undo that. Hey, if you ever need to undo, go to this undo button here. I want to make sure it's locked. Okay, it is. But I really liked it. And I like that oval shape. Okay. So I need to lock it back. My height is 3 inches. I'm going to measure this cup to make sure that 4.06 isn't too big on the width. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up here to this 3. I'm going to make it let's say 2.7. And that should be perfect. I got to change my dial up here to Vinyl Plus. Make it. Continue. Another thing, like if you're a Dallas Cowboys fan or something and you just wanted to use a star and put an initial in it, that would be something else that you could use. Oh, unable to load. It did this to me the other night. Is this the Lord's way of saying it's almost time for a new Cricut machine? I wonder. Don't fail me now. Come on. All right. It's picking it up now. Okay.
Debbie, while that's printing, what did you say about the continue on classes?
I'm sorry. I can't hear over that thing. What'd you say?
I says, what did you say about the continue of future classes?
I think I'm going to make it into a subscription group. It's going to be the same cost. I don't know if any of you have been a part of a subscription group. What that does, it's easier for me where I'm not having to go and send a bunch of invoices out. You just click a button and you cancel whenever you're ready. And it's just so much easier. But so many people I didn't realize were interested in Cricut, but there are. So I think I'm going to make it into a subscription class. But I think what I'm going to do is give people the option to either buy a design. They can go on Dina's website and buy the design. And by the time that you get ready to do your own your sign, you should be able to load into your Cricut design space. Y'all, I don't know what's wrong with my words today. I'm getting stumbled here. And so if you buy from Dina, it'll be up to you to bring it into the design space. I'm going to start teaching y'all how to create your own designs. I'm not perfect at it, and I can only show you in design space. I have a lot to learn. I want to learn a little bit more about how to actually go in and physically make my own designs using Inkscape. I say I want to. I may not want to because there's a lot of copyrights, and I probably don't want to deal with that headache. But I could show you how to make your own designs using images from Cricut, just like I did with that big chalkboard sign I made. I used images from Cricut, and I used a free Google SVG file. It was free. It was out there on Google. It was no copyrights. It was out there for people to use for the tree. My bird was used picking. I think, did I do a video for y'all on that? I need to check. Thought I did. I don't know. Maybe I didn't. I don't think I did on that one. But I did the tree. I took the bird from an image on Cricut, and I want to teach you how to use your own words. I want to teach y'all how to do it yourselves, because the thing about doing it yourselves is you're going to stand apart from everybody else. You're going to have something that not everybody else is going to have. I want to teach y'all how to do that, okay?
Well, sign me up when you get ready to do it.
Yeah. So I'm going to give you the option to either go to Dina's if you want to upload this on your own to make it easier. You'll have the option to go pick something from Dina, or you'll have the option to work with me designing it. And so that could be something fun. All right. Now I can stop the share. That's my goal with the group is to, oh man, see, it wasn't all the way at 3 inches. I messed up, y'all. Hold on. Let me show you something. You got to make sure this is just right, because what Cricut does is it goes in here, it gives you this, look at all that wasted space. Had it brought it up some, I wouldn't have messed up. I'd have had just enough room. So make sure your vinyl is longer than 3 inches. It says 3 inches. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back into my design space, and I'm going to make this a little smaller. You can't see what I'm doing, y'all, but that's what I'm doing. I'm going to go 2.5 inches. We're going to make this again. I knew better. Anybody else have any questions while we're waiting? Guess not. Let me look and see what y'all are doing. I'm going to go to gallery view, see who's all on. Miss Sheila's over there working. Hey, Teresa. Cheryl, hey.
Hello.
How are you?
I am good. I'm trying to fix my mistakes here.
Oh, you want to show me? Maybe I can help you.
Oh, no, I thought we were actually applying the vinyl, not doing a stencil, so I had to, you know, get creative and crafty and find a different paint, and then the board I have is not conducive to doing these vinyl stencils.
Oh.
But that's all right. It was $2.
Yeah. What kind of vinyl did you use?
Well, I used the Cricut vinyl, but the board, it's kind of a rough edge, rustic type of board.
You need Oracle 651. Cricut is not made. Their vinyl is not made to for a lot of stuff. It's not permanent. You need a permanent vinyl when you're trying to use to make stencils.
So yeah, that's all right.
But we're learning, right?
Exactly. Well, that's why I took the class.
Yes.
I'm like, I've had this Cricut for like 2.5 years, and I think I've made one thing on it. So it was time to learn.
Oh, my rings are falling over here. Huh. Okay, well, yes. So that's something that we've learned here is the Cricut vinyl to me is overpriced, and it doesn't come through like Oracle 651. So that's my opinion on it. And I have used all types of vinyl. I have used the Avery vinyl. I have used the Cricut vinyl, and I always come back to Oracle. So
yeah, this is definitely not conducive to this work.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying. Like a lot of people will tell you to use the the contact paper, and I use the contact paper, but it's doing like it sounds like that Cricut vinyl is doing exactly like what I was talking about with the contact paper.
Yeah, it's you can see where it kind of leaked through, and
Let me see. I can't see. Hold it up to the camera. Yeah, I see what you're talking about. Mm-hmm.
So, but that's okay. It gives it a rustic look. I can like brush over and de-stress it later and make it look good.
Yes. Okay, let me ask you this. Do you have, let me see. You could take some sandpaper if you wanted to and kind of go over it a little bit. Just to give it a dust with some sandpaper, and that's going to make it rustic. And then you can also take some of your white paint and just do a dry brush like I showed in the beginning.
Yeah.
And that may help it out some. You can also take a black Sharpie marker and go around those edges to give it more of a crispness. Do you understand what I'm saying?
A brown Sharpie too.
Mm-hmm. You can get just a black Sharpie and go around it, and it'll help to make those edges look a little crisper.
Okay.
Okay, and see, I'm glad that you showed that because that brings up all my failures. I had sit there right where you are, and I could tell you what I did. So there. All right, so let's see. Is it Angelia? Hey, did you get yours done? I seen you came on, so I thought I would look.
Yes, mine's done. Thanks.
That's pretty. Oh, I like your color. She did teal and black, and then the white or the gray.
My daughter picked it out.
That's beautiful. Great job, daughter. She did good. That's so pretty. Hey, Miss Teresa. Hi. Hi. Hey, Miss Teresa. Did you get yours? Were you able to work on yours?
I did, but it's a hot mess.
Is it? You don't want to show it, or you? I mean, I can help you.
Well, I'm probably going to have to try and take it off and sand it and redo it with a whole new stencil because it did not come out.
Okay, so you do.
Yeah.
Why in the world did it not do it? Why didn't it take? What kind of paint did you use?
It's the user.
Well, tell me what kind of paint you used.
I used the apple barrel from Walmart.
Okay. Chalk paint is the best.
Yeah.
I know it's a little more expensive, but when it comes to your sign making, it's so worth it.
I believe you.
It's thicker. It's thicker. And when you use, and I'm telling y'all from experience, if you look at my paints, it's mostly apple barrel. And so I'm telling you from experience, chalk paint's thick. And so it doesn't get under the vinyl as bad.
Okay, the first time I tried to do it, I had the paper down wrong, and I had a copper metallic color, and so then I had black, so I just used the black, and then my paint I used like a brown, and I had distressed it in brown, so I think it'll be pretty once I finally work out all my kinks. But
okay.
I appreciate your time and you doing this, and I love watching you. I just love watching you.
Oh, thank you. I'm going to tell you, Miss Teresa, what you can do. If you find that sanding it is just not, it's a pain in the butt, go over it with some chalk paint, whether it be white or black. Just if you do white, you may have to go over it a couple times, but it's going to cover that up.
Okay.
And start over.
Okay.
Just go over it and then paint over it, and when you seal it, it's going to be fine.
Okay. That's what I'll do. Thanks, Debbie.
You're welcome. All right. So now we're ready to put this on our cup. Anybody else have any questions? You got to unmute yourselves. Okay, Nicole. All right, Nicole, I'll send it to you, okay? I have your email address, and I meant to send you that this morning. Please forgive me. But I will send it to you, okay? I don't know if she's still on here. Let me look. I don't know. She may have left, so I'll have to send it to her. But Nicole, if you're on here and I'm just overlooking you, it's coming your way, okay? Matter of fact, I'm going to do it right now. Let's take and let's forward. Because I think it went to the wrong email address. I think yours was one of the wrong email addresses, and I'm sorry. Y'all just bear with me a minute, okay? because I know she sent me an email inbox. There's Nicole. All right, Nicole, I just sent it to you, and you'll get the video also. And I'm going to show again one more time how to upload to your design space if you're still here. Okay. Speaker view. And I think I put my tools up already. Okay, so since this is cut in the circle, I'm going to go ahead and remove this. So I've got my circle. Then I'm going to come in here and I'm going to remove my lettering. This is also the way you're going to do your, when it comes Christmas time, this is how you do your Christmas ornaments. This is the way you'll do it. Now, one thing you'll learn is using this on a curved object like a cup is not always fun. And it's probably why I don't do it much. Let me find a piece here. And you don't want to take this too big here. You want to get it as close to your stencil size as possible, because it's going to stick to everything when you try to put it onto the cup, flip the cup. Okay. I'll say what I've noticed is with this, I have to flip it in order for it to do right. Here's my cup. I'm going to use this mat here because it's got a little stick on it, so it's going to help keep it from rolling all around. Okay. I'm going to measure. Let's see. How do I kind of like mine to go this way. I don't know if anybody else does, and I don't know that it matters. All right. You cannot see what I'm doing. I'm glad I looked up. Okay. Y'all, this is important here. You're putting this onto your cup. Go ahead and give it a little bit of a bend here because this is curved. I should have washed this off with a alcohol, but I'm not going to keep it on here, so I'm not going to worry about it. It's curved, so I'm going to kind of give it a little bend here. I'm going to stick the middle. Let me find out where I want it. Don't stick it on there yet, though, because once it's on there, it's there. I'm going to stick the middle on first. And then I'll just let it kind of curve around. See, I may have messed this up. This is why I don't do these. I can't stand that. See, I've already messed it up. And this is why I do signs and not cups. So I'm going to have to go in here and you got to work all this out. Press. Here's the thing though, say that you just want to use this as a stencil and you want to paint a name on here, you could. Y'all, I'm not redoing that. This is why I don't do cups, okay? Y'all are going to see right now I'm going to get frustrated. So what, I shouldn't have done that for this. We'll pull this off. I don't recommend doing a something like that on a cup anyway. I should have just done the initials, and that's what I'm going to do. But look, if you mess up, just take your thing in here and it'll pull right off. But that would have been perfect if I was going to etch. If I wanted to etch that on there, it wouldn't have mattered the creases. I could have just laid it on there and I could have just rubbed those creases where they were down on here well. And then, but you can't etch this, so I can't show y'all how to etch this. But anything else, you want to make sure it's kind of small with a cup. I had that a little too large, so you want to make sure it's a little bit smaller. And so it sits on there nicely. I'm not going to waste any more vinyl. I'll show that again, but there you go. You saw me mess that up. I wish I had I don't have a mug in here to etch. So I may have to do that in another class. I can't do it all in one class. So, all right. So who was it that needed to see the Amazing Grace and tell me exactly what it was you missed?
Hi, it's Tamby, and I think I saw you doing it with the labels. To get the measurement, were you just typing it in or were you using your up and down button?
Okay, that's what you needed to see. That's what I needed. Okay, let me share my screen. And we're going to go back into design space. We're going to finish that. I'm sorry, y'all, that other didn't work right. And I'm just going to get out of this. I'm not even going to save it. Don't save it. Okay, so you can come in here and you can do it this way. But the thing is I know an exact measurement that I need. I know that I don't want it any taller than maybe 9 inches or any wider than 9 inches. That's what I know my board can take. I'm going to go in here. I'm going to type in 9, hit enter, and it automatically gives me what I need. Now, I've already welded this, but if you're just bringing it in from the SVG file, you're going to need to weld it. So you'll just click on the whole design and click weld, and that will make it so that you can make a stencil. Did that help you?
Yes, thank you so much. And if you want to do a different size at a different time, can you go back, even if it's welded, and change it to, say, a smaller or larger size?
Yeah, say you want it, say your height can't be any taller than 5. Go in there and put 5, there you go. It's automatically going to make it this width. So unless you hit that unlock, which is going to, when you hit unlock, you're either going to stretch it, or you're going to, it's either going to stretch or it's going to bring it in. So it's going to change the shape of stuff. Just know that when you hit that unlock. But so you're just going to need to work with it the best you can.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Glad that helped you. Anybody else have any questions?
Hey, Debbie.
Hey.
I was watching one of your videos the other day and you were talking about the Font Lab pad.
Okay.
So where do you get the fonts that you can pull into? Because like I have a couple of system fonts, but when you talk about pulling in fonts, are you talking about Cricut fonts or just system fonts, or do you have somewhere that you go to buy your fonts?
I do. Well, now if you want Samantha, my thing is Google it. It'll take you exactly where you need to go to purchase Samantha font. Would you stop doing that? Okay. Y'all are not seeing what I'm seeing here. All right, so here's where you need to go. This is something you may want to write down.
Debbie, is Samantha the one you were talking about with the monogram?
No, Samantha font. I'll show it to y'all. I'll show you how Samantha font works. All right, but first let's do this. It's DeFont, DeFont.com. That's going to take you. Here's a whole bunch of fonts here. So this has some of my favorite fonts. Oh, why are you doing this? No, I do not need you to do this. Just, what is this? This is what you have to deal with the font, okay? Because it's got this stuff right here. Be careful of that. We're gonna go.
Seeing your screen.
You don't see my screen? Y'all can't see my screen?
Mm-hmm.
It's showing that I'm sharing.
Is everybody else seeing it?
I'm gonna share it again. It may have just lost it. Now can you see it?
Yes.
Okay, so we're into font. I'm gonna come in here just because I know one that I like. It's Magnolia Sky. My favorite font. But look, if you look here, when you download the free font, it is just for personal use. It's donated by the author. It's for personal use only, okay? So you can download it. This is going to download it into your system files. I already have it, so I can't show you anything from it. So let me go to new fonts and see what's out. Maybe there's something I like. I like that Good Bobs. I like Strawberry Blossom. That's pretty.
Strawberry Blossom.
I like that Strawberry Blossom. So I'm going to remember that one. I like this one too. I like the fat fonts. I like this one too. Oh my goodness, why did I come here? Because I'll have all kinds of fonts on here. Oh, I like that one too. Let's see. So far, Strawberry is my favorite. I like that handwriting. All right, let's just do the Strawberry. I like that one too, though. Let's just do the. Ooh, that's pretty. I'm gonna just go back and get that Strawberry. I'm going to download it. See, it says right here, this is a note from the author. This font is free for personal use only. So if I wanted to use it to for anything else, I would have to purchase it.
Okay.
Okay, so let's download it. Save the file. It's probably going to go in my downloads now. I can tell it's in progress right now, so it's going to take a minute. Now it's ready. This is it's in a zip file, so this is what you're going to have to do to get it onto your system. You're going to have to come here, and you're going to have to say extract all files. Okay? When you extract it, it's going to load it into the system, maybe. Okay, there it goes. Now I have it. It's all here. All right. So now we can go into the Font Lab pad. I'm going to show you why I use Font Lab pad. I need to open the install fonts. That was what, Strawberry? I'm not going to go through all that. Oh, Please tell me it's in there. It must not be in there yet. Oh, I know what I need to do. Okay, see? Yep, it's not in there yet. Okay, so now I need to go. I want the true type font file. I don't know if it matters. Open type. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Let's go true type. I think that's the one I use. Okay, that's what true type looks like. It shows you what it looks like. And I don't see really what the difference was. But I'll go with this one. I need to install it, so I'm going to go up here and install. This is from that file after I extracted. You have to extract it first. Okay, now it should be in there. Open installed. I'm going to type it in here, strawberry. Here it is. I like to use Colton's name because it does great. So that looks like cotton, but it's Colton. I'm going to save it. And it automatically says strawberry blossom, regular. I'm just going to keep what it says right here. Now I'm going to show you why I use Font Lab versus bringing it into Cricut. Okay. As soon as I can get my screen back. Let's upload. Yeah, let's upload it first. Strawberry, it should be the only one that says strawberry in it. Oh, okay, thank you. Here it is. Save it. Insert. You know what? I'm not going to be able to show y'all because I have to completely go out of this in order for it to show up on my systems in Cricut. Let me see, maybe. Okay, let's say I want to do it from in here. I'm going to hit text. I'm going to go up here, and this is where it says font. I don't know if it's going to be in here because you got to, it's not in there. So when I bring in a new font from Cricut, from the font, I have to completely shut Cricut down and then bring it back up because it won't pick it up if I'm already in the page. So I'm going to leave the page.
Debbie, did you ever find out where we can download that Samantha font from?
Yeah, well, I don't know exactly. That's why I said just Google it. Just Google Samantha font, and it should take you straight to it. Okay. I'm sorry, y'all. I hope I'm not babbling too much here. Let's go to our uploads. It should already be in there. Insert. And then I'm gonna oh no, do not do this. It's been doing this to me, and it never gives me problems. Stay on the page. Okay. Now it's not the time to do this. I know y'all can't see my screen right now. I'm trying to reboot Cricut. It may be done with me for today. I think it's Firefox. I don't think it's.
You heard the mailman today? You hadn't been outside. You hadn't been outside.
Oh, now it wants to do an update design.
Not while I was sitting here and I hadn't moved. Okay. No.
Sorry about that, y'all. Okay. All right, so Cricut, okay, is acting like it wanted me to change something. So if this doesn't work, we're just gonna have to call it a day. All right, now it's working. Okay, so now I can share my screen again. All right, it's back up there. All I did was upload it back in here. So if I wanted to do this straight from Cricut, I'm going to show you how it's going to come out. The font should be in here. Here it is, Strawberry Blossom. All I did was come over here to my fonts. I'm going to add in my text here. You see how it spaces it? You see how Cricut automatically spaces that apart? Where if you went in and you did it on Font Lab, it does not do all that. It's exactly the way you want it. So from here, you have to come up here to your letter spacing at the very top, and you keep hitting this button until you get it exactly the way you want it. And look, you still have a space right there. See how perfect that is? That is why I use Font Lab. This is nothing but a pain right here. I'm not even going to try any more with it. I'm going to delete it. I'm coming over here. I'm going to weld this. That puts it all together. It is now ready for you to cut.
Debbie, can you review one more thing?
Yes.
How did you get it from the Font Lab into Cricut?
Okay. So let me go back to Font Lab. And this may be what's causing my system to not like me right now, is I've got all this stuff that's running. Go to File. Okay, we're gonna go to our recent fonts here. We've got Colton in here. File, Save As. Look, make sure
we're not seeing.
You can't see this.
Mm-hmm.
Why does it keep doing this? Okay, let's try it again. Can you see it now?
Yep, yes.
Okay. File, Save As, and then we're going to make sure you click this, because sometimes it automatically does it as a PNG or a PDF. You want it to be a SVG.
Okay.
So make sure you do that. Save it in wherever you want to save it, whatever file. Click Save. I already have it.
And then just upload.
Upload it into your Cricut. Make sure you weld it though. Welding it together, otherwise all this isn't together. So you have to hit weld to make sure everything seals. Okay. Any other questions?
I am thrilled with this.
Yeah.
My first.
Good. I'm so glad. Anybody else need anything before we leave?
Nope. I just want to say thank you so much. I had so much fun.
Good. I'm glad. Let me get out of. We're gonna stop.
Thank you, Debbie.
Thank you so much. Y'all have a great rest of the afternoon. I gotta go clean my house now.
Thanks, Deb.
Thank you, Debbie.
Thank you. Y'all have a great afternoon. Okay. Bye.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.